legalize the substances. Honestly, legalization is how we should be handling these drugs. People are dying because they are illegal. We need to make them legal, tax them like anything else. There's a lot of money for the people that can be had that is going to waste and is going into the black market, and regulate them. People are dying because it is illegal and because there's no regulation. They are getting random chemicals and random amounts of chemicals. They don't know exactly what they're putting in their body, and they don't know how much. And that causes accidents. And that would be solved if they were just legal and sold regularly. I mean, we can obviously require them to be 18 or 21, but we can even make them take a class before we allow people to buy them. We can do whatever we want, but they need to be legalized. People are dying because they are legal. They have become a problem because they are illegal. It's okay for a person to literally do caffeine every day, every morning, and it doesn't become a problem. It doesn't become a social problem like an addiction to an opiate may, because that caffeine is everywhere, and for $2 or $3 you can get enough of it. Because they have been made illegal, drugs are literally going for $70, $80 to get high one damn time. One time for $70. That's almost more than people make in a day. That's literally unsustainable, especially when you consider how long these drugs last in our bodies, 2 hours sometimes, 3 hours. They are becoming a social problem because they are illegal. I'm not saying drugs are awesome, let's all do drugs. I'm saying them being illegal is stupid and it's causing problems, and we need to change it, and we can change it tomorrow, or however long we decide a law should take to go into effect. But tomorrow we can save lives. Tomorrow we can make more money and put all that tax money into education, into healthcare, into whatever we want. It's literally stupid, and we're finding it out with weed, and I support weed more than I support other drugs, but they all need to be legalized. Yes, all. Cocaine, heroin, whatever the fuck you're afraid of, yes, it needs to be legal. It's a matter of freedom, really, and that's what it should be a matter of. If I want to put something in my body, I should be able to. That should be as far as the argument goes. But people are dumb, and people are really dumb. But, I mean, saving lives, you really can't argue with that, People, it's unregulated, so they don't know what they're getting, and they don't know how much of it they're getting. That is an undeniable fact. Regulation would change that. That is an undeniable fact, And to think that we could just be so much more, people don't know shit about the stuff they're doing. I'm even talking even if they're getting the right chemical, people still don't know shit about it, We need to educate people about these drugs. And right now they're so taboo, we don't even want to talk about it. No, they're just terrible things. They're never good. They're always bad. They never have any benefits ever. They're just bad. Well, that's dumb, and it's causing problems, and it should change. And it can tomorrow, I don't know. I don't know what's going to convince people to finally realize that, yes, it's counterintuitive. I know it's counterintuitive to say we need to have more drugs. I'm not saying that. That's not what I'm saying. I can see how that, I even kind of misunderstood for that. I'm not saying more drugs. Because I'm not even recommending people do drugs, Drugs are a complicated issue. And it's not all, they need to be respected. Honestly, they do need to be respected. And that's where education comes in, we need to learn about these drugs. But I'm not even recommending that people do them. I'm not recommending people that don't do them, because everything in moderation, literally everything in moderation. But, and in smart, intelligent doses, doses we're aware of, and we know how much we're taking, you know? People still might die, but at least it'll be their fault, you know? And it won't be because some random douche decided to sell them fentanyl instead of heroin, you know? But yeah, dude, and crime would go down, you know? Like, what is the crime? A lot of it's drugs, you know? And it solves nothing. Cops can go arrest the kingpin of everything today, right now. Next guy up. Literally. Next guy up takes control and starts doing it his way. It's stupid to fight it. These are not bad things, you know? These are not things to be afraid of. They are to be respected, but everything is to be respected. It would just fix everything, honestly. Crime would go down. We'd have more money to spend on whatever we want, more tax money. Deaths would definitely go down. And drugs are a complicated issue, and I understand that. But legalization is the answer, you know? That's just the end of it. We need to legalize it, regulate it, and educate the people about it, you know? That just is the answer. And I hope we can get shit done soon, because it's so stupid to be doing what we're doing, you know? It's just stupid. I think that's about it. Hopefully I don't think of something later. But, I mean, even if everybody agrees, you know, what do we do? What's the next step to actually putting this into action, you know? To have to change people's minds and say, we need to legalize things that are killing people. And see a correlation to guns, but I have a separate opinion on that. But I understand it's counterintuitive, and it's going to be hard for people to understand, but this is really what it should be, you know? A 6-month trial period, you know? Let's set it up, let's do it, let's account for what we think we should see if it's benefiting people. You know, if it's a good thing, we should see less deaths, maybe, less crimes, I don't know, more money. I don't know how you can tell that, but we don't know how much taxes the government has, you know. But, and then if it works, it should be clear, you know. If it caused way more deaths over a long period of time, then yeah, you're right. Maybe these are terrible things and we should just get rid of them. But I do think drugs have benefits. Everything in moderation. Certain drugs are better than other drugs, but, well, ego. That's the best way to classify them. The ego boosting drugs and the drugs that tear your ego down are the ones that tear it down are the special ones. But yeah, they need to be legalized. And let's do it, you know, 6-month trial period. Let's see what happens, you know? Because isn't that what we want? Don't we want to save lives, you know? Are we against drugs or are we against people dying? Okay, well, if we're against people dying, then we need to legalize these things, you know? If we're just against drugs and you just hate drugs, that's fine. I'll never convince you, you know? But I feel like most people should be against the people dying part and the people ruining their lives because they can't afford to take a substance. That's literally what it is. Because people drink caffeine every day. That's literally a drug addiction. That is the same as a drug addiction to anything else. You do it every single day and you spend money on it. It's just that because this is illegal, it's on the black market, he knows you can only find it where you can find it and he can charge whatever the hell he wants to charge. It costs $70, $80 to get high for 2 hours. And then people have to start robbing people and doing shady shit, you know? Like, really, it's so stupid that we haven't legalized them yet. And let's just fucking do it, you know? Let's just fucking do it, you know? Fuck.